other stuff. And anyway, he made a comment. It'll be close up. I said, nope, you better knock that off right now. Do my just a little bit. Oh yeah. Do my just a little bit more. And then if you can, tilt it down a little bit. And then zoom out right from there. Right there, perfect. She probably won't even be on fan, so.
With a bike, I don't know.
I've done Schwann, because that's what after I graduated.
Yeah, he's an expert, that's for sure.
He's done it at Barber.
I'd like to go to Barber. It's got.
If you just go down
Before we send out HD and all that mess, to make sure everything's correct.
That's a lot of TV screens.
So, and then she. You got mom. Diane, did you see for math? You guys, the news here. What is the math of?
Near Oldham Avenue in Knoxville.
So we got 3 ancient old cameras. And you got 3 more there, a weather center, and then
Feel free to do it.
our normal news tech.
I'm here.
I'm not really sure who decided this was a good idea, but it like touches my toes. Well, and because that was up in the control room at one point.
Yeah.
And anyway, I didn't like them up there either. Well, grab it around. Yeah, okay, grab another hook to it. I don't mind the big ones, but.
Yeah, we'll have more on Nightline after your late local news.
Debbie, wherever there was spot, start with spot in 4, go to full screen to spot in 5.
I'm Bill Weir.
Liz, are you at the right spot?
ABC News.
Oh, and get right full okay, that's sorry.
I never bought a car because it had a balloon on it.
Tonight a balloon battle is underway in one local town. Car dealerships want them, but some say they're causing problems with power lines. And State Representative Terry Hurley is feeling the heat after carving her initials in her house.
Roll 5, pay change.
3.5 years after a fire destroyed their sanctuary, the local church is celebrating their new faith. The story of this congregation overcoming adversity is coming up.
Roll 3 dissolved. To my cam 3 at the monitor.
Live from the news station, WATE TV Knoxville. This is 6 News at 11.
Good evening, thanks for joining us. A balloon controversy has blown up in Morristown. Now, one side says the balloons used for advertising are destructive, while the other side says without the balloons, businesses could go under. Good 11 tonight, this report talks with both sides about this inflated debate.
Haha, roll 4 dissolved.
They come in all shapes and sizes. Some are blue, green, and even pink. But these balloons are illegal in Morristown.
The city has an ordinance, a section within its zoning ordinance that prohibits balloons as advertising structures or features anywhere in the city limits of Morristown.
The sign ordinance went into effect a year ago, but that didn't stop business owners from using balloons to advertise.
Well, they're essential. The balloons, the signs, is what part of our business is.
It's in the right spot, so we're good.
Take
I don't
away
think
from the
anyone's
city's
home in a
beauty,
different.
and they also end up in the power line. They've had 3 incidents where balloons were suspected in power outages. The ordinance was being enforced.
They were receiving citations from the Codes Enforcement Division of the city of Morristown.
Garland says he's lost count of all the citations he's received and hasn't paid a cent. Just filed a lawsuit against the city. Here at the Royston dealership, they spend more than $1,500 a month on balloons and helium. They say without these balloons, they might not have a business.
If the balloons are down, how do you tell people that you're having a sale? How will people know that you're having a sale?
This wasn't the only business to complain about the balloon ban, so the city council has put a hold on citing anyone for having balloons for now.
That we're trying to keep business here. We're trying to keep tax dollars here. And the balloons and the signs are a way of keeping this industry and this community thrives.
One
They
insert,
hope to have a final decision
and
about the
then
balloon
it'll be
in
closed
30
up.
days.
So I can
In
hit 3.
Morristown, Josh All, 6 News.
Okay.
Now, workshop is
Oh, one
scheduled for
insert.
July 19th to talk about this a little more. This isn't the first time balloons have caused a stir in Morristown. Back in 2001, when the sign ordinance was first enacted, balloons couldn't be any higher than
The
10
text
feet.
would be a trial.
It would love Knoxville police are investigating a shooting that left
Do you have
one
a
active.
shooting?
It
Yeah,
happened just before 8 o'clock near Oakland Avenue in Western Heights. Police got the call about the shooting when 47-year-old Dorothy
Trying to
Curry
on
showed
camera,
eye at
interrupt.
Mercy Medical Center with a gunshot wound. Now, Curry told police she went with her daughter and her daughter's boyfriend to buy drugs. She said they got into a dispute with several people over the drugs that they had purchased. Walking back to their car, Curry was shot once in the lower torso area. Her daughter drove her to Mercy.
I needed that
Curry
phone
was
number.
then transported to UT Medical Center where she
Okay.
is listed in stable
Got it.
condition right now. If you have any information about
And
this, call the
Pan.
CPE crime hotline at 865-215-7212.
Turner 2 and
Well,
Turner.
tomorrow, Georgia
Keyboard
Liberation
on
will
one,
continue
keyboard on
in
one.
the trial against a
Press full
former
screen.
priest accused of sexually abusing a teen.
Okay.
William Casey is
Press
facing
5,
aggravated rape and
paper.
criminal sexual abuse charges in a Bluntville courtroom. His accuser, Warren Tucker, now in his 40s, says Casey abused him numerous times as a teen.
Roll 5,
Today,
take
Deacon
5
Thomas
and
Smith
6.
of the Diocese of Knoxville took the stand for the prosecution. He testified that Casey was remorseful for his actions.
Roll 6.
He apologized to Bishop Sticka, Father Goldner, and myself, and he was so sorry that this would cause hurt to the
Paper out.
Catholic Church and all the faithful within the diocese.
Put 1
The
close
defense
up.
rested without calling any
Put 2
witnesses.
insert.
Casey chose not
Tighten
to
up 2.
testify in his own defense.
A Cobb County
Okay.
election commissioner
Full
was
screen.
accused of drinking, getting behind the wheel, and then killing a young woman on a bicycle. It all
Okay.
happened last night on Highway 73 in
Be
Cobb
sure to
County.
change to
21-year-old Kate Richardson, who
Change.
is a senior at Springfield College in Massachusetts, and a friend were riding their bikes at night along the road. Troopers say that's where both girls were struck from behind, and Richardson was killed.
Wait, go ahead and
Officials
get the
say
shot on 30 for me.
73-year-old Dan Ford Sr. struck the two with his
needs
pickup
to be on
while
video.
drunk. He's now being charged with DUI and vehicular homicide.
Not right.
Well, tonight, State Representative Julia Hurley is feeling the heat after admitting she carved her initials on her House chamber desk.
Let's not do that
You
again.
can see the markings here in this photograph behind you. Well, New at 11, reporter Chris
Roll
Bumgarner from
3,
our
take
sister
page
station
4.
WKRN talked with an East Tennessee family visiting the Capitol about the desk carving controversy.
Roll 4.
It's vandalism, and it is the state capitol.
Okay.
These desks at the Tennessee House of Representatives have been around since 1969.
Get Chris.
With some scratches and stains on them, but no one can remember a state lawmaker carving their initials in a desk.
Vandalism by a lawmaker, that's priceless.
The self-carved initials of Representative Julia Cheyenne Hurley are now a bit of a Capitol Hill tourist attraction. These are the Rosenbergers from Morristown, Tennessee.
This was super poorly different. It wasn't very easy to grab.
The first-term freshman freely admits scratching her initials on the House desk where she sits during session. She posted a picture of it on her Facebook page and commented Monday, "I can sand it down and refinish it with less than $10. House Speaker Beth Harwell wants her fellow Republican to pay for it, but one of the tourists agrees with the young lawmaker about the cost.
I think I'd get some sandpaper, buff it out, and cover it over.
Could you do that for how much?
Paper out.
$10.
The carvings even caught the attention of the Illinois State Archivist in Nashville for a convention.
I have no idea who she is, but it's been done before.
He spoke of famous initials on this desk at the old Illinois State Capitol.
And at the very bottom, someone had graffiti on it, and it says A. Lincoln. So Abraham Lincoln, obviously.
8:37 and 8:38.
Unlike the
Container
March
probably
Lincoln last
bullshit.
night, Tennessee
Someone gets very
lawmaker's
bullshit.
initials won't be on her desk long. The state is getting
You're gonna have to
repair
remind me.
For Spungard, Nashville, News 2.
Okay.
Now,
Got full screen
Representative
full.
Hurley declined to be interviewed for this story, but she posted on her Facebook page today, quote, "I have had to leave my office and take my laptop with me because of all of the cameras here in the Capitol and in Legislative Plaza. They are stopping everyone they can to ask about this issue that isn't an issue, and they did do something the entire workday. I have to get some work done for my district." Well, tomorrow is the deadline for people interested in filling State Senator Jamie Woodson's vacant seat. State law says the Knox County Commission must appoint her successor. She stepped down on July 9th to serve as chairman and CEO of the State Collaborative on Reforming Education, or SCORE. More than 12 months to remain on Woodson's
Hello.
The appointed successor will serve until the next general or special election.
We're on your head.
There will be a public hearing July 18th
35.
at 3:30 after the County Commission's work session. The Commission will appoint the replacement during the regular commission meeting on July 25th.
Take
2 at 11 tonight, Oak Ridge is one of the proposed sites for a Manhattan Project National Park site. They're going to go sites for Los Alamos, New Mexico, and Hanford, Washington. U.S. Interior Secretary Ken Salazar is recommending the Congress establish a national historical park to commemorate the top-secret World War II Manhattan Project that developed the atomic bomb. Salazar said the development of the atomic bomb is an important story and one of the most transformative events in the nation's history. The National Park Service conducted a special resource study on several Manhattan Project sites for possible inclusion in the National Park system. The study was released to Congress just this week. Mayor Tom Bean told 6 News, quote, "We are thrilled the Department of Interior has approved 3 cities for the new park, including Oak Ridge."
June 11th, the opening for the Turkey Creek Public Market is now set after several delays. The market is being built on Outlet Drive near Lovely Road on the north side of I-40. The new opening date is set for Friday, August 12th. It was originally scheduled to be open in April, but the date was pushed back twice. Owners blame the weather for delays in paving the parking lot there. The former Outlet Mall location will house a bakery, farmers market, flea market, and other vendors. Again, the public market will open on Friday, August 12th.
Tonight, tomorrow, the last Tennessee elk hunt permit for 2011 will go up for auction on eBay. This will be the third managed elk hunt in our state. Previously, elk have not been hunted in 115 years.
37 and 38.
Elk were in East Tennessee back in the 1800s, but they were killed off as people settled across the area. The elk were reintroduced almost 10 years ago. This year, the hunt is being held in October at the North Cumberland Wildlife Management Area. Proceeds from the auction benefit the state's elk restoration program.
June 11th, Chrysler is recalling nearly 250,000 pickup trucks because of a problem with the steering system. We've got details coming up for you.
Every now and then you can come up those stairs and still get a whiff of the smoke.
Thank you.
A local church rebuilt
Newsroom?
after being destroyed by flames. Tonight, the pastor talks about how faith helped them through these difficult times.
Coming up in sports, UC football player Jansen Jackson is back in Knoxville after spending 5 months at home for personal reasons. What's there Julie saying about that?
Well, it means a lot, but he's only been back 2 days, so, you know, I wouldn't say he's back.
Head coach had more to say on why Jackson, in his words, is back. More on that coming up later on 6 News.
And we got to keep on going ahead. The chances for showers and thunderstorms are back in the forecast at the end of the week. But tomorrow morning, upper 60s and low 70s will detail the rain chances all the way through the weekend in
10, 3, 2, 1, cut it. Yeah, let's not put News Navigator and then something, so you're going to have to set them up. Tighten up on 2. And then put up a little bit more. Just a little bit. Alright, come this way. Oh, now. Stand to the left, just a little bit. Right there. So about 5 and 4. 9, 8, 7, 5. Roll 4. Set up.
Make sure you wake up with Good Morning Tennessee for the very latest on your forecast and traffic.
And as always, we're watching the overnight developments for you, so you know everything you need to know before you head out the door. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning.
Good Morning Tennessee, weekdays from 4:30 to 7 on WATE 6.
Roll very exhausted. Too much insert.
You're watching WATE 6 News at 11.
The debt showdown continues in Washington. Just a couple of hours ago, President Barack Obama rejected Republican demands that he accept a short-term extension of the government's borrowing authority. Earlier today, Moody's credit rating service warned that if the U.S. fails to make substantial progress on raising the nation's credit limit by mid-July, it would downgrade the country's debt. Financial advisors are warning Americans to protect their investments.
Roll 6.
Not a better
Okay.
time than now to
Let's
make
do close
sure
up.
that you are not overexposed to any one particular area that might get hit.
Hold it.
Michelle Bachmann and others are backing a bill
Press
that would
reinsert.
prioritize spending in case no deal is reached, paying military salaries first, then principal and interest on the debt.
Okay.
Well, new tonight,
Altering.
Chrysler is recalling nearly 250,000 Ram pickup trucks because of a problem with the steering system.
Okay.
This recall
So,
affects
one
certain
and
Ram
roll.
1500, 2500, and 3500 pickups from the 2008 to 2011 model years. A part near the left wheel could fracture and cause a loss of steering. We understand the problem happens mainly at low speeds when drivers are making some pretty tight turns. Chrysler says only a few minor crashes and one minor injury have been reported. Dealers will inspect the trucks and fix the defects free of charge.
It has been a long rebuilding process for
Four
the
in the
United
wall.
Methodist Church of Madisonville. Back in 2007, 2
Got
weeks before
VT3.
Christmas, an accidental electrical fire
Ready,
destroyed the sanctuary and most of the rest of the church. The Daily News Express shot this video of the flames that you're looking at here behind me. Now, you'll let us take us on a tour of the congregation's new building before consecration this Sunday.
Well, driving into town, I could see the flames. It was horrifying.
Braxton Cotton has been the pastor of Madisonville's First United Methodist Church for just 6 months on that fateful Monday morning.
The main sanctuary and the building that was added to it in the 50s were both completely destroyed.
That sanctuary was nearly a century
skip the
old.
pastor.
The new one, it was a little different, more modern, big enough for the usual 125 Sunday morning worshipers, plus allowing for future growth.
Recognizing that we had mission and ministry to fulfill, we built as large as we could for the property we had.
It wasn't easy. Fire insurance only paid for 50% of the construction.
We, of course, worked by faith. We had a building fund drive. It's a case of opening yourself up to what God's going to do in this place.
One part of the church didn't burn, the fellowship hall. After 6 months of renovation following the fire, this is where the congregation worships for the last 3 years.
You can see we eat, which means we had to move the tables, have service, move the tables, back and forth. It was very disconcerting.
But John Summit, a member here since 1942, says the congregation is stronger than ever now.
We've got some wonderful people in this church. I think if it would not have been for our faith, a lot of the people would have left. It's been so long in completing the new building. But it's wonderful now.
In Madisonville, Julie Neal, 6 News.
Okay,
The United Methodist Church of Madisonville invites the entire community to their new building consecration service this Sunday, happening on the new.
Tomorrow, Knoxville County crews will be spraying for West Nile virus again in the Carter community. The areas that will be sprayed include the Carter Mill subdivision, Carter Park, and several spots along Shelton Heights, as well as Asheville Highway. Health Department officials say mosquitoes tested positive for West Nile in this area. This is video from the first round of spraying that took place in June. It's a good idea to stay inside and bring your pets inside too if you're in the area while they're spraying. Crews will start spraying at 9 p.m. and will wrap things up at midnight.
New at 11, Regal Entertainment Group announcing that advance ticket sales for the new Harry Potter movie are exceeding $10 million. Video from the premiere of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1 at Regal Cinema's Pinnacle 18 in Turkey Creek this past fall. Regal says people are placing orders for the Deathly Hallows Part 2 at record pace. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 opens Friday, July 15th. Moviegoers are planning on lining up at midnight Thursday.
Yeah, we're ready to go. It's not 10:30.
I heard there was like a 3 o'clock show in the morning.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Oh my word, that's amazing. All right, let's check things outside now. We've got a pretty tranquil one. A few thin clouds around. You're looking in front of rough stop camera on top of Ripley's Aquarium. The Smokies in Gatlinburg, all is well there. And precipitation that was in the Southern Valley earlier today has moved on, so storm factor 6 will verify that we have dry conditions across the board. There's a very slim chance a shower could pop up mainly north of Knoxville, but I think most of it will be dry as the night progresses. So it'll be muggy start to the day tomorrow. Our straight to the point forecast has a few storms Thursday and a hot weekend ahead of us. There's also a few scattered storms on Friday, and we'll share that on 6 timeline in a minute. still 82 degrees here in Knoxville, 75 in Crossville, up in Middlesboro 75 degrees, 76 in Maryville, Tri-City 77. It's very muggy out there, just kind of uncomfortable, to be honest with you. If you're going to be out and about tonight, you shouldn't have any major problems. You'll just see the clouds move out this afternoon, storms to the south of us. We're now seeing what we call debris clouds. It's just clouds off the top of the showers and storms well down to the south that are being caught in the upper level winds, and we're seeing a few clouds around East Tennessee. Up here, it's mostly clear in southeast Kentucky and north of Knoxville, but we'll notice these thin, high clouds float by at times. No rain officially today. We're only at 1.28 for the month. We're almost halfway through July already. 2888 for the year. And just about a third ahead on the rain gauge. At one time we were 5.5 inches ahead on the rain bucket, but just a third of an inch ahead now. So it's been dry. Don't see any rain in the short term that's any significance tonight with clear skies. 82, 71. Some patchy fog to start today. Could be a little bit muggy as well. 84 is the forecast of sun and clouds at the noon hour. And by the time we get into the afternoon, we could see about a 30% chance of showers or thunderstorms in and around the area. It's building up. 6 timeline picks up a few spotty showers and storms. Here we go for the noon hour.
I'm like, I don't want you sending me the first text. Like, why do I need a
maybe a
second
rumble
from
of
you?
thunder. It's really hard to pinpoint exactly where these will be. But there is enough moisture and enough heat to keep these things going in the afternoon. And then on Friday, an area of low pressure, a weak upper level disturbance comes over, and that increases the chance for a few showers and storms on Friday. This is 3 o'clock Friday afternoon into Friday evening, so we'll keep an eye on that to see if these showers and storms develop. That's a change from what we showed you earlier. The newest computer models are now picking up on better chances for showers and storms on Friday. The forecast, as we bring up the plateau here, about 90 tomorrow, some early fog, some isolated storms, about 20 to 30% coverage there. A little bit of a north breeze, 5 to 10 maybe miles an hour in some locations. In the mountains, not a bad day, but watch out for a few storms to develop in the afternoon, upper 80s, and we'll have about 30% coverage there as well. The forecast for Knoxville, probably into the low 90s, the heat index, more than likely in the upper 90s. The actual high today in Knoxville is 93. We'll be very close to it tomorrow. And summer heat continues, upper 80s to low 90s. Rain chances decrease through the weekend, and right now it looks like most of the area can be dry Monday and Tuesday, with the exception of maybe a higher elevation storm.
All right, now talking about that, the UC football team got good news last week when a key player came back. So, what's Derek Williams saying about it? Jim has more on that.
3, 2, 1.
Won a 200-meter race in Slovenia in 20.47 seconds. He ran a 10:10 100 last week in Madrid. He'll compete in the World Championships next month in South Korea. Smokey's playing on the road tonight, and tough game right now in the 8th inning. Smokey's trailing that game 5-2. News before the game: Ryan Flaherty and Brett Jackson both promoted to AAA. Iowa, most famous football team in the world, Manchester United, playing in New England. Wayne Rooney was robbed by some great defense here. My niece will be happy with that. She's not a big Wayne Rooney fan. She likes Lionel Messi, big soccer fan. Big play here, though, by Federico Makeda. 2 goals for Manchester United. Makeda coming up big. Man U wins over New England tonight, 4-1 and all that stuff. Hey, it's big time soccer in the U.S. I'll give it a Jimmy. We'll have more news right after this.
1. Coming back. 9. Okay. Because we have crappy equipment. Hold on, let me get Liz to refresh it. I think what it is anytime anything changes, and I don't know if this kink got worked out, but we have to like unmoss it and remoss it. So.
Okay.
What are you talking about, Monica? Which one?
I think like everything's
what e-score shows?
Yeah.
Refresh your full screens and see if the Smoky score.
That didn't have any. That's in Hyper X.
Because he said that he
probably didn't save it.
Okay.
Versus 2.
It's supposed to be 10 to 2. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's what it's supposed to be.
That's what it said.
Oh well, it didn't show up.
It didn't show up that way. how long ago did you press it? Like between the D and the D block?
No, like before he came down
before
from
he came down.
Yes. C3, C4, C5, D4. So, soccer to soccer? Okay. Kyle, did you get that?
I did.
You had your listening ears on?
Yes, I brought this today.
Good.
Friday.
Yeah, you. Do you think back for the weekend?
Actually, Janae and I, one of her friends, are going out on Sunday. So
Do you have the GMP full trainer
oh, yeah. They were like, we're going to both. I said,
I know too. You're like, yes, I would like to. Very cool. Are you going to go on, like, the
That is our time. Thanks so much for joining us. Remember, GMP starts tomorrow morning at 10:30.
2 at 1. I don't care where you're moving, it's always a pain.
And it's like, my mom's on my bedroom furniture, so tomorrow night will be like the last time I sleep on my own bed.
Oh.
It's like, well, yeah, I've had it since I was like 9. My bedroom furniture, so it's like little girl still.
Oh, okay.
I was like putting it time to grow up. But I'm so attached to it. Yeah, I'm kind of sentimental about things.
Different subject right there.
Yes, C5 is done.